Hi guys, welcome. I'm back. I'm a few minutes late, but it was raining really hard, so it took me a little bit of extra time to get home tonight. And I'm getting all the cards out. Dylan, can you breathe under there? I just want to make sure you can breathe, okay? Good boy. Um, Coco, how will things be like with Kay once she is back? Okay, let's have a look. It's going to be a little bit up and down. So the death card is in reverse, which means things aren't going to transform immediately. It's going to take some time. But then the offering of love comes in and balance gets restored back to the situation. So it may not be like a honeymoon period in the beginning. It may take some time for that to happen. But that's okay. It's all right. Malapala, you read I will be with the Sagittarius fire sign in the upcoming years. What will happen with me in the Gemini then? I think you're going to have a relationship with the Gemini first. You got the swords here. I think you're going to have a relationship with the Gemini first. I can't tell you exactly how it's going to end, but I think you'll have the relationship with the Gemini first, and then you're going to be with the Sagittarius. I don't think that the Sagittarius thing is happening tomorrow. I think that first you have a relationship with the Gemini. I can't tell you how it ends. I don't know. But, and then I think that you end up with the Sagittarius or a fire sign. That's going to come in after that. Okay. RZ. What does a ways think about me? Virgo and Aries. Okay. He holds himself back for some reason when it comes to you. The hangman is here. It also shows that he's walking away from something that no longer serves him. That probably has nothing to do with you. That's going on in his own life. He feels like between you and him that there is a good attraction. He thinks that you are attractive, and he thinks that he's undecided about moving forward with you. I don't know. Is he with somebody else right now? He could be in the middle of walking away from somebody. And he could show up eventually with an offering of love, but he's not ready to do that just yet. The Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups is in reverse. I think that he feels very fondly of you, but I'm not so sure that he's ready to move forward. I think if he's with somebody else, they may be going through some turmoil, and he may need to get through that first. Alyssa, I got into a car accident today. Was that fated? Sorry to hear that. I hope that you're all right. This is what, there's a couple of things about accidents. When I was studying Kabbalah years ago, at that time I had a very good friend of mine, Matt, who I was interested in being more than friends with him, and he didn't. He wanted to be more than friends with me, whatever. But he had gotten into a bad accident. He was a photographer, and him and his girlfriend at the time they had a wedding that they were going to be shooting, and it was in this bad snowstorm on a Sunday in New York City, and they were in a cab, and the cab had like a head-on collision on some road. And while nobody was really hurt, it was sort of like a traumatic thing. So when I was studying Kabbalah, I asked the rabbi what was the reason for that. And he said, this is what Kabbalah said. He said that accidents happen when you're not paying attention to what's going on in your life, and the spirit world is trying to shake you up. It's trying to call your attention to something. So that's what his take was. In other words, and at the time, because I knew that Matt was with this freaking girl, I felt like it was to shake the two of them up because she was no good for him. And I was never with him. It never happened. But at that moment, I felt like, well, maybe they had that accident because he's supposed to realize that he's not supposed to be with her and he spends way too much time with her and whatever. Now, in studying the law of attraction, accidents, the way that you have an accident is you have to be feeling at somewhere along the line that you're a victim, because that's what's playing out, like you were the victim of this accident. So it's having some type of victim mentality when in your daily life, and for whatever reason it came out in that respect today. So what they suggest you do is every time you get in the car, but like periodically you think about, I always arrive safely. I always arrive safely. I especially do that when I have to drive in the snow because I'm petrified driving in the snow. So I always arrive safely. I always arrive safely. I always arrive safely. And that's supposed to put out into the universe that I'm the victor, right? Because I'm going to get to my destination safely and not be the victim of an accident. There are plenty of different theories. Was it fated? I'm going to ask the cards, but I don't know. I have a hard time with that kind of stuff. There was another story in Kabbalah where I think I read this one where somebody was in an accident and they weren't hurt, but when they were taken to the hospital to be checked out, they found out that they had cancer. So it was like the accident that saved their life, because if they didn't have the accident, they never would have went to the hospital. And that was another Kabbalah thing, but I haven't, it's probably a good 15 years since I studied Kabbalah. I don't think it was fated. Don't focus on it, because you don't want to call in more accidents. Let it go. As long as you're not hurt, try if you can to forget about it. Amorous. How did my coworker feel about hearing me sing? Okay. Well, I got the High Priestess in reverse, which would indicate you're not using your intuition. Then I got here that they felt like they were a little bit stabbed in the back, so I don't know what that's about. The Chariot here is in reverse, which means the situation here between you and the coworker is not moving forward. Are you guys on good terms? Because it seems like they weren't really happy about it with the 10 of Cups in reverse. So to me, it depends on what kind of a situation this was. Like, were you performing somewhere and they came to see you? It doesn't look like they were being real supportive. Were you just like singing in the office? Maybe they were annoyed by it. But I'm not really sure why it doesn't seem like they were impressed. It doesn't seem like they were impressed. They may have been in a foul mood today too, or whatever day it was. Sometimes it has nothing to do with us and has everything to do with them. Charlie, why my spirit guide me to have a holiday party? Why did the spirit guide you to have a holiday party? Okay, let's see. Let's ask the spirit cards for that. The Four of Air, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making decisions. Meditation may provide answers. The Ten of Fire, too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance. The King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. So I think that, well, I think that if you're open to it, meditation would be a good place to start. But I think that the guides have guided you to have a party because anything festive, anything that's fun is going to raise your vibration. It's going to take you up to the next level. You're going to be able to attract more things that you want, the better that you feel. I also think that bringing in new energy and having people around you, it's uplifting and it puts you in a better place. And a lot of times, especially those of us that are a little bit on the introverted side, are okay with spending a lot of time alone. I also think that there may be somebody who comes or somebody who is affiliated with somebody that comes that could lead you to somewhere where you have the Midas touch. So there could be an opportunity that comes in. Through someone you meet at the party or somebody that you're talking to at the party. When you're guided to things like that strongly, I always suggest going with it. Ram, when Pedro comes up to me, should I tell him how I feel or should I hold back? Okay, let's see. Should I tell him how I feel? I got a 70% chance, yes, you should. The Knight of Swords is here. So I would just suggest with the Knight of Swords just to watch your mouth. Like, try to speak with kindness and be careful that things don't come out crazy. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that he would do well if he feels like he's attacked. But I think if you're like calm about it, I think that things will be okay. I think that you should go for it. I'm a big believer in expressing your feelings. I don't see any reason why people should hold back how they feel. You know, unless like, you know, if somebody planned on doing something crazy, you know, but I think that telling someone how you feel is always beneficial. Alyssa, I missed my second interview due to the accident. Am I meant to have a job at PetSmart? Okay, let's see. I mean, I'm sure that they would understand if you explained what happened. I mean, people have accidents, shit happens, and if you have a police report, you can prove it. And the universe did not have to put you in an accident in order for you not to get the job at PetSmart. They could have just not hired you. So I don't think that the accident has anything to do with PetSmart, but I'm going to ask the cards anyway. Am I meant to have a job at PetSmart? 2, 6, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3. I think you are meant to work there. You got the Magician and 2 aces. Did you let them know what happened? And you show them the police report? I mean, I'm sure, you know, things happen. Elizabeth, will Kay meet up on Sunday and will things move forward? Okay, let's see. You know what? I would be really surprised if you don't meet up because you got 2 aces and you also have the perseverance card. So it's like there's yes all over this. I don't know why it hasn't come into fruition yet, but it's like right there. It's like it's going to happen at any minute. So, yeah, I think that things are going to move forward. Graham, did I pass my classes with a high grade? 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13. I think so. I think you did really well. Overall. Emerus, why does my coworker feel hurt by me? Did they tell you that? And is this the same person with the singing? They hold themselves back. I don't know why they hold themselves back, but they do. And just be careful because the Fool here is in reverse. So it can indicate that either you're going to do something that you regret or they're going to do something that they regret. I feel like it's them. They feel very burdened by the situation. I don't know if they feel like you stepped on their toes or you're getting in their way. But yeah, this is the same one with the singing. They need to express to you exactly what went on. I think it has something to do with them feeling like you stepped on their toes or you stole their thunder or something. I'm not so sure that they're 100% legit in their feelings. Like, they may feel this way, but I don't know that you really did anything. And I think that they may act out and regret it with the Fool in reverse. Gracie, is James romantically talking with Anaya? Okay. Well, yeah, I think he is, but you got 2 aces, but you also got the heartbreak card here. So it ain't going to work out in his favor if he is. He's either going to get hurt or, yeah, something's not. The 3 of Swords is heartbreak, so it's going to lead to heartbreak if he is. Suella, is Terrence sorry for the things he said to me? 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, and not only that, you could get an apology from him out of the blue with the Knight of Swords. He could come in out of the blue and apologize. Crystal, in the future, what career will I be doing? I like it when I feel like I can answer better when I have one career versus another. Like, should I be a cop or a fireman? But let's see what comes up in the cards. All right, there's a couple of things here that I could suggest. One, it looks like a small business owner that you would be really successful at it. And then another, well, there's 2 others. Then there's caretaking for pets or caretaking like nursing. It's something in the medical field. So I think you have a couple of different options. The creative business kind of thing to me would be a creative endeavor of some type. And that could be something that you do in addition to these other careers. Caretaking for pets, I don't know if it's pet sitting or dog walking, something like that, or nursing. I think that you would be really great as a nurse. Gracie, will James and I be in a relationship by 2020? Um, it's not coming up strong that you will, but there is a chance. I'm thinking if you're going to be in a relationship with him, it may be more towards the end of 2020 or the second half of 2020. Um, LT, when will I meet true love and get married? All right, let's see. I'm going to ask this two ways. Is there a serious relationship that leads to marriage coming in this year? Use your intuition. I think that there's someone that's coming in this year. So I would say from December 13th of this year to December 13th of next year, you should meet someone. Let me see if I can get some timing out of the playing cards. The 10 could be the month of October. The clubs could be the summer. It also could be 10 days, 10 weeks, or 10 months from now. There's a number 10 around it. I'm going to go with probably later in the year, sometime this summer through October. You should meet someone significant and someone who can lead to marriage. Just saying, my husband and I are separated. Is he missing me and why is he not talking to me? Okay. He is missing you, and the silence is temporary. So he's taking some space right now, and he's really thinking about what it is that he wants. This silence is temporary. He comes in. He comes in as the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this separation isn't going to last forever, I don't think. But my suggestion is if he's being silent, give him a little bit of space. Let him get through whatever it is he's getting through because he's going to come back. RZ. Why is Oasis holding back from me? Okay, let's see. He's not ready to move forward right now. I don't know if there's something that's gone on recently with somebody else. Was he dating somebody else or he was with someone else? Because he feels like there's a lot of arguing and bickering going on around him and that he didn't get his wish. He also feels like he's laying down the law with someone. So there's a definite delay between you and him. This is going to be the kind of thing, it's going to happen in its own time, but he's just not ready yet. He's still feeling like he's waiting for his ship to come in. So he may have unfinished business with somebody else, and he wants to get through that before he starts anything new. Woo-woo. Is Butch around me in spirit? Okay, let's see. Definitely. Quite frequently, too. Ram, is Pedro trustworthy at this point? Okay. For the most part, the Chariot is in reverse, which means that, I mean, he's mainly trustworthy, but he's getting there. He's getting there for the most part. I would be happier if the Chariot was upright. Then I would say yes. Krista, is Jay my future life partner or is it someone else? Is there a future with Jay? Okay, I'm only getting a 33% chance that he's a future life partner. But see, here's my thing with life partners and marriage and that kind of stuff and long-term relationships. I don't believe that anything lasts forever. I just don't. I mean, the divorce rate is very high. People change, people grow, things end. I believe if somebody has a marriage that lasts 10 or 15 years, even if it ends, it's still successful. So, with a 33% chance, it doesn't mean you can't have a long-term relationship with this person. But I don't say forever to anyone, especially to young people. And I don't know how old any of you are, but I'm just saying, like, especially when somebody is really young, like, 16, 17, 18, and they're like, am I going to meet my soulmate and get married and live happily ever after? No. I hate to sound like the the Grim Reaper, but no, it just doesn't happen like that. There's too many ups and downs and too many things that happen in between. So I do think you could have a long-term relationship with this person, but I can't tell you it's going to be a life partner that lasts between now and the day you die because I don't believe that. Alyssa, will my confidence increase much more in 2020? Okay. It does increase. It doesn't look like it's much more, but it does increase. I think confidence increases with age. I really do. Because I look back on some of the things that, or some of the ways that I felt when I was younger, and I'm much more confident now than I was. I think it has to do with age. But there's also things that you can do, like affirmations, that can be very helpful, like reprogramming your mind. I am worthy. I am a hard worker. I am capable, whatever it is, to increase confidence, because the only person that has to believe that you're confident is you, and then you'll reflect more of that back. So changing the way you think will be helpful. And like everything else, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight, but Spicy Pisces, will Benji ever reveal his true feelings to me? Okay. Yes, he will. It might take him a little bit of time. It could be sometime this winter. He will. Alyssa, can you ask the cards if soul contracts are real? Okay. We have choices. Choices. So I think here that there are some things and there are some people that you meet and things are predestined, or I don't want to say predestined to the point where things are written in stone moment to moment, but I do think that people come into your life for a reason, and then you are given choices. And it's the choices that you make and the decisions that you make that lead you to the next place. If you don't learn your lesson the first time, the lesson gets worse the second time, and so on and so forth. Um, if everything was, contracts and destined, we wouldn't learn anything because we wouldn't be choosing. We learn by making mistakes. So we have a lot of choices because otherwise we wouldn't learn. Like if you got every interview that you went on, right, you would never learn anything. If you dated every person that you ever had an interest in, you would never experience heartbreak. You know what I mean? Like that's how we grow. Unfortunately, life is not what they, like this is not what I signed up for. I feel like, you know, when you grow up and you have this idea, right? Like you're gonna get a job and a career and you're gonna make money and you're gonna get married and you're gonna have kids and and everything's gonna be wonderful, but it's just not like that. They don't tell you about all this shit growing up. Corin, what's the Leo moon thinking about me? Okay. They think the world of you and they're very passionate about you right now. Feel like you two have a spiritual connection and they may be pursuing you pretty hot in the near future. Okay. Amorous. Advice from spirit about my career. Okay. Six of water. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children romanticizing the past. The two of earth. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Excuse me. The Empress, Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. I think with Archangel Gabriel, um, you should be chasing your dreams. So whatever career it is that you want, I would go for it rather than like maybe staying in a mediocre job for too long just because it's comfortable, which is what most of us do. Most of us have done. Ram, is Will ever going to reveal his true feelings? You know what? You got a 70% chance. Yes, he will. Three of Pentacles is in reverse, which means he feels very ungrounded, or he feels like if he expresses his feelings, he's going to be exposed or vulnerable. So I don't think he's going to do it anytime soon. I think he's going to wait until he feels more comfortable. And I don't think he's comfortable yet. But I think that with a 70% chance, you should have a conversation with him at some point about it. CP, what can I expect in the near future? Okay. Fun. Fun, reckless abandonment, no longer waiting for your ship to come in. A lot of good times. It could possibly be with an Aries around you, and somebody from your past comes back. So it could be the Aries is from the past, or it could be two people. It could be you're hanging out with this Aries doing a lot of fun stuff, maybe stuff that you've never done before, and then somebody from your past could come back. It's also showing that you're not going to be so worried about money in the near future. Hang on, I just have to run to the bathroom quick. Okay. All right, let me go back up to the top. Kimmy Roberts wants a love reading. Okay. Got a Virgo coming in that you might be undecided about. They may be pursuing you pretty hot and heavy, and you just might not be so sure that you're into them. You also have an air sign around you, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, and there's happiness coming in. So over like the next couple of months, you should be finding happiness with somebody, either the Virgo, you give them a chance, or this air sign that comes in. Gracie, is James still romantically interested in me? Okay. Yeah, I think so. You got two aces and then you have a fire sign, and I think you're a fire sign, right? Yeah, I think so. Honey, why is the water sign holding back from me? Okay. Is the water sign involved with somebody else right now? Because there's a third party here with the Three of Cups in reverse. That would be why they're holding back. If they're not involved with somebody else, they may have been recently and they felt like they were betrayed and stabbed in the back by this person, and they're just not ready to move forward with their life. They haven't let go of that hurt yet. Okay. Lightning wants a love reading. Okay. What's going on for Lightning? Got an offer in front of you that you're not seeing. You got to watch out, too, that you don't get involved in a love triangle. You're letting go of the past and past heartache, and you are moving into a more balanced time. Watch out that you don't wind up in a love triangle. But you do have victory around you, so I think that either way, you're going to end up winning. Just be careful. Three of Cups, you could find yourself in the center of a love triangle. Alex, who will break the silence first, the Virgo or the Taurus? Will the Virgo break the silence first? I'm only getting a 33% chance that the Virgo does it, but Taurus can be slower than Virgo. So I would suggest that if the Virgo can, the Virgo steps up, because I think it'll cut down on the time. Because Taurus, sometimes they need to be kicked off the couch. Maya wants a love reading. Okay. Oh, we got some good stuff here. Taking a spin on the Wheel of Fortune. You have an earth sign coming in here who may be a slow mover, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. It's going to relieve you of feeling so weighed down and burdened. There are some arguments going on, so this person may come in and you might clash in the beginning. But I think inevitably you move forward with this earth sign coming up in the near future. You could be focused on working on this relationship. You may clash with them. Sometimes it's interesting how that happens. The beginning you clash, and then all of a sudden you wind up hitting it off. Phantom wants love, okay? Feeling the weight of the world is on your shoulders, feeling regret over something that happened in the past, and not moving forward very quickly. The Knight of Wands is here, so there's a fire sign around you, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries, and your urge to use your intuition. Leave the past in the past. You have an Aries around you. You also have an Aquarius. You may have some choices coming up, but you've got to really find a way to let go of whatever it is that's holding you back from your past. P Love wants a general. P Love. You have the happy home coming in here. You're also coming to a crossroads, or you're going to be put in a fated place. Something is going to happen where you're at the right place at the right time, and it's going to restore balance back to your life. You have the Empress here. So you know what this means. It has everything and anything to do with the planet Venus. Money, love, abundance, prosperity. Be careful if you don't want children, because this is also the card of birth or conception of a child. Use your intuition coming up and let go of whatever it is that you're crying over, spilt milk from the past. Whatever you put hard work into, it didn't work. Let it go, and you're not going to be holding yourself back coming up in the near future. You're going to go for it. Whatever it is that shows up, you're going to go for it. And that's a good thing. Ram, what is Pedro going to want to talk to me about? Okay. Well, he's going to be, first he's going to come in slow and steady, because I think he's a little bit afraid. I also think that he may be talking about some hurt, or that he's hurt, or he's been hurt. He's going to discuss something with you about being betrayed. And then balance gets restored to your life. I don't think he's going to come in too confident. I think he's going to come in testing the water, and he's going to present something, you know, tell you about this betrayal or whatever, just to see if you guys can kind of get back into speaking regularly. And then I think you lay down the law with him with the Ace of Swords. He's not happy with where things are right now. I can tell you that much. And he feels like a jerk. So he's going to try to come in, and I think he's going to try to make it not be about him. You know, like not be about him and you, but make it about something that happened to him. Like he wants advice or something. I think it's going to be a way to open the door. Francesca, what can I expect between me and Daniel next week? Currently, there's no communication. Okay. It's going to change quickly. So if there's no communication now, that should change. Can't swear it happens within the next 7 days, but it's coming up with the 8 of Wands. You also have some choices here. So use your intuition. Go with what's in your gut and pursue what it is that you want with passion. Things are going to change. Yeah, things are definitely going to change. I can't tell you it's going to happen exactly next week, though. It's on the horizon. Let me go back up to the top. Chame Araji, does he think about me? Okay, let's see. He definitely does. And you have the Knight of Swords here, which indicates that you could be speaking to him out of the blue, or he could pop up out of the blue. He could show up out of the blue, something like that. Alex, what should I tell Brian? Okay. This is somebody that you've been arguing with. Tell them the truth. And what shows around you, I don't know if this is your truth, but this is what the cards are showing, that you may be working really hard at either making money or trying to find another job or doing something that it could even be school. And you may tell him that, listen, I've been working really hard trying to find this, that, and the next thing. And then I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but you have the Lovers in reverse, which either can indicate that there was a breakup in this relationship or a some kind of a falling out. And it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could just be a friendship, and that could show up for that reason. I would stick with the truth, and I think it's going to take you to the top of the mountain, or as close to the truth as you can. Okay. La Hummer. Love, I'm a Sag, and Miguel's a Virgo. Come into, I don't know what the question is. Well, I'll see if I can find it somewhere else, maybe. Starry Night wants a love reading. Okay. Prepared. You are prepared. Make a wish. You got 2 wishes around you. So it could be that you have an Aquarius coming in here. Could be definitely with the King of Swords. You got a lot of happiness coming in 2020, and justice gets served. So if somebody screwed you in the past, they're going to get theirs. I think that you may be moving forward in a love relationship with an Aquarius moving into 2020. Your wish comes true. You're prepared to move forward. This person may show up out of the blue when you least expect it. Use your intuition. Your intuition is going to be pretty hot next year. I think I might be up to Alyssa. Yeah, okay. Alisa, what's the best way to become who I really am in meditation? I feel so empty and anxious all the time. I've never really connected with myself. Meditation is hard for a lot of people. I would love to tell you that I meditate for 3 hours a day, but I don't. And I feel like in this day and age, you have to do something that, number one, resonates with you and that you enjoy, and number two, that you have time for. When I did one of my yoga teacher trainings, they wanted us to get up every morning and meditate for 1 minute, which is fine on day one, but add a minute every day. And some of my classes are at 6 a.m. Like this morning, I had to be at the studio at 5:30. I can't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and meditate for a half hour because I'm going to fall asleep. So to me, you have to find what works for you. I think that affirmations and writing things out is very helpful. That works for me. You have to find what works for you. It's the same thing with exercise. I just had this conversation with somebody. You've got to find something you enjoy so that you'll do it, not something that feels like a chore. So the best way to become who you really are is to find something that helps you with the anxiety and something that you enjoy and something that works with your schedule. So for me, I found a lot of relief in yoga, which is why I became a yoga instructor, because it was the hour of the day where I could go on the mat And I didn't have to feel like I used to feel a lot like I didn't belong places, like people didn't want me around, or like, I don't know, unwanted, whatever it was. When I went to yoga, I felt like I could get there, take the class, and for the hour I was there, I didn't have to worry about anything, just focus on what the teacher was telling me to do. And I felt like I would get a lot of clarity and I would feel so much better after. So that worked for me. You could try yoga. It may not be your thing, but I would try different avenues till you figure out what clicks. Because anxiety sucks, and I suffered with it for many, many years. I still get it, but I don't get it as bad as I used to. So I would try different things, be open to different things. And when you find something that you click with, stay with it. I also run. Now I'm not running because I'm just way too fat. But I ran up until about 5.5 months, almost every day, um, because running helps me. It breaks down the anxiety. I feel good afterwards. I feel physically good. I feel cleansed. So you got to find what works for you and try different things. At the very least, you could put on binaural beats when you go to sleep. You can get them on YouTube. Um, it's like sometimes it sounds like rain falling. It's very peaceful. It might help. Jasmine, what's my future person's love language? I don't understand the question. What is my future person's love language? Can you rephrase that? I'm not sure what you mean. Marth, how would the Leo feel if the Aries and I got together? Okay. They would be a little bit regretful, but the Hangman is here, so I don't think that they would do anything about it. I think that they would be regretful, but they would just kind of let it go. All right, I'm going back up to the top. Ah. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? I think I'm up to Miss Roney, but I have to find that other super chat that I didn't understand about the language thing. Was it Spirit that called my name yesterday? Oh, it's a good question. Let's see. Definitely was. You got 3 aces. Okay, Jasmine 18. How will he express his feelings? Okay. It's going to take him some time. He's going to be a slow mover here. And you're going to have to use your intuition with dealing with him. You may even have to kind of pull it out. The Chariot is also in reverse, which means he's going to be very reluctant to open up quickly. And you may get frustrated with this person and walk away from him for a bit. But then he comes back in with an offering of love. And then he may open his mouth. He's very reluctant to talk about his feelings. Danny M., how does my Libra feel about me? Okay. There's the Libra, the Justice card. And like you guys are fated. There's something fated to happen between the two of you. You also have a spiritual connection, and you may have a link to a past life that you spent together. I think they feel really good about you. I don't think you have anything to worry about right now. Maria, General. What's going on for Maria? You've got victory coming in out of the blue. Let go of past regret. Stop crying over spilt milk. You have a lot of strength going on around you. You have a lot of choices coming up in 2020, and you also have something to celebrate in 2020. You have an air sign around you that may be very beneficial. An an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, and you have great happiness coming in the near future. So I think that you got some good things coming in over the next year. Colleen, General on my single love life, okay. You got an offer coming in here, and you're going to see it. And your life is going to transform. You're not going to be single for that much longer. Something to celebrate with a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. You're going to get your wish. Somebody comes in that you have a spiritual connection with. And they could be a strong personality. It could be somebody that comes back from your past. And let me just tell you, it doesn't have to be someone that you were romantically linked to in your past. It could be somebody that you just knew of in your past. Okay. Just saying. Where is my husband? He says gone for weeks. Is he with someone else? All right, let's see. Is he with someone else? Okay, I got a 33% chance he's with someone else. So it could be that he has been with someone else. It could be that there may be someone here and there every now and again. But for the most part, it shows that a couple of things. He's very worried about money, and that the Hermit here, which is in reverse, is isolating himself, but not in the best way. So upright, it also could be a Virgo, but upright, it would be like somebody who takes time in contemplation to think about what it is they want and how they really feel. In reverse, it's isolating themselves either because they're doing something self-destructive that they don't want other people to know about, or for some kind of a reason, like they're hiding something. But it's not coming up very strong that he's disappeared, like he's, on Gilligan's Island with some other woman. That's not coming up at all. Shay, his feelings that I have gone 1 year of no contact. All right. Feels like a loser. 6 of Wands is in reverse. He also feels like this is a strong break. Hear this guy? And he's waiting for his ship to come in. I think he's waiting for you to come back. He's going to come in out of the blue. He's not going to be able to stand the silence. We are right over here, Dylan? He's not going to be able to stand the silence too much longer. I think he's going to show up. He's going to reach out, or somehow he's going to contact you, because I don't think that he's happy with this no contact for a year nonsense. I think he feels like he thought that you were going to break sooner. Mars, can you pull some cards on how the Leo would feel feel about um, wait, how would the Leo would feel about, wait a second, I'm really confused by that last question. Pull some cards on how the Leo would feel. But about when I got, if you get with the Aries, if the, wait, can you just explain that again? Because I'm not really sure what the question is. Oh, Tatiana, I got one donation yesterday that came through. It was $1 last night. But the other ones that you said that you sent, I never got. So I'm afraid that you maybe sent them to somebody else. And you know what? I could probably pull it up here on this phone. I think I could pull it up on this phone. Let's see. Yeah, I got $1 last night. And that was it, just the one. But I just wanted to make sure that you didn't send other dollars to somebody else. It should say in your transactions. You should see where it goes in your transactions. Let me see who I sent money to recently. Yeah, it comes up in the transactions, who you send money to and who, yeah, it's all like under your activity. And they're all listed, whether it goes in or comes out. One right after the other. They're not separate, like they're not like one's not in and one's not out. Like it's all listed together. Maria, father of the daughter Angelina, will look for her Jesus Milan. He left us. Father of daughter Angelina will look for her Jesus Milan. He left us. She bought Angelina Cecilia. I'm not sure what that question means either. Maria, can you clarify that? And I'm going to answer Lily. Is he toying with my emotions? A little bit. I think he's over exaggerating and he's going a little bit above and beyond, but I do think there is some truth to what he's telling you. I think he's trying to be more believable than he actually is. I would be careful. Keep your guard up. Mars. Okay, can you pull some cards on how the Leo would feel if I got with the Aries? The Leo told me that he loved me, but he was drunk though. Oh well. Okay. The Leo would not be happy if you got with the Aries, but I don't think that he would confront it. I don't think he would do anything about it. It shows that he feels a little bit unstable in himself. And I don't think that he would get involved. I think that he would be annoyed by it, and I think that he would just sort of let it go. Corin, did I ever have dreams about me? Okay, let's see. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I can't say how many, but at least one. Did he? Yeah. At least one. There could have been more. And you know what always surprises me? People that don't remember their dreams, because I remember a lot of mine. Some people don't remember them um at all. But he's had at least one, definitely. Okay, Maria. Angelina's father will look for since left her. I'm still not getting it. Angelina's father, will he look for her? Will Angelina's father look for her since he left? Okay, I think that that's what it is. Like, is he going to go searching for her so they can reconnect? Yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure that I answered this question right. Yeah, I do think that he's going to look for her. And I think that she's got to use her intuition when dealing with him. Ashley S. Should I give Lamar a second chance? A real chance. Should I give Lamar a real chance? Yeah, Maria, I think he's going to look for her. I think they're going to reconnect at some point. All right, should we give Lamar a chance? You may want to give Lamar a chance. Kim's up pretty high that you should give him a chance. Ashley, Joe's current feelings. Okay. He feels like you are very strong and that you're going to walk away from anything that doesn't work for you. He also feels like you're not going to deal with any bullshit coming up and that you are balanced. I'm not seeing any strong love here right now, but there is a reason for you and Joe to be celebrating coming up. If you haven't heard from him or seen him, he comes in out of the blue and he could be coming in with some sort of an offering. I think that you and him are going to reconnect. I kind of think that you should give Lamar a shot. Marth, how does the Aries think that the Leo feels about me? How does the Aries think? Oh, I'm exhausted today. I am tired. Thanks. I do. It's been a long day, but that's aside. How does the Aries think that the Leo feels about me? Um, the the Aries thinks that the Leo feels like you work very hard, you use your intuition, but that sometimes you create your own disasters. That's what comes up. All right, let's go back up to the top. looking for someone here. Breezy wants a general. Okay. What's going on for Breezy? Wow, you got a whole lot of money coming in here. You got a whole lot of money and you're prepared. You're not going to be worried in the near future. Just watch out for a couple of things. The devil is here. So watch out if you come into some money that you don't have some snakes coming around you trying to get some money out of you and your life transforms. So I don't know if you're waiting on money for something, but just be careful with who. Don't let anyone know. You come into money, nobody's got to know about it. Don't tell anyone. Christy, why did my sister go behind my back and take my mom? All right, I don't know where she took her, but this is what the cards are showing. That your sister feels like she's well balanced and that she's not worried about money and that she could be in control and she could have victory. It looks like she's working really hard on something and she feels like she has the world at her feet and that she's the one that's in control. It also shows that she is going to be regretting this. So I don't know where she took her or what she did, but I don't think that the final outcome is going to be happy for her. I think that she's going to regret it. So I don't know if it has something to do with money and control or just control, but there's money and control coming up around your sister. And also regret that she's not going to be happy with it. All right. Or she's not going to be happy with the end result. Something's going to backfire on her. Butterfly A, have I met the one I'm supposed to be with? I'm not convinced. I don't think so. Wait, are you snoring over here, buddy? Why are you snoring? Snoring, mommy? All right. Hang on. Julia, did the Gemini take me seriously after I told him what was on my mind? Okay. You know, he didn't take you that seriously. A little bit. I think it might take a minute for it to all sink in. Maybe he hasn't digested it all yet, but he's not being too serious right now. Mary Elena, he called me and we talked for an hour. It was great convo. Am I manifesting all these changes? He seems to know Josie was a mistake and that he made while he lost it for a bit. Am I manifesting all of these changes? Okay, let's see. You are manifesting changes, but it's still not showing that you're seeing justice yet. So I'm not so sure that I'm convinced with this conversation with what's going on with the two of you. Darlene, when will I hear from Kevin? Okay. The Ace of Clubs. The clubs would be not until the summer. You don't have to wait that long. I think it's going to be the first. Could be the first of January or the first of any month, but I think it's coming in sooner rather than later. All right, moderators, if you can get your questions in because I'm running out of steam. I'm going to have to go to sleep. And I'll be on tomorrow, probably around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, New York time, because I got work during the day. Mary Elena, no justice yet because he isn't back home. I'm going to ask the cards, but I don't trust everything he said in that conversation. See, Judgment is in reverse. So he's not exactly stepping up to the plate just yet. Be careful with him because I think that he tells you what he thinks that you want to hear. And we haven't seen him make any, the Knight of Pentacles is here, which means that he's not moving fast. So I would just keep my guard up. The Ace of Swords is here. You may have to lay down the law with him. I'm not sold on everything that it feels like he tells you what he thinks that you want to hear, but he doesn't follow up with it. So let's just see what happens in the near future. Abel. Or Abel. Did Abel see me wave today? Does he feel open now? Okay, did he see me wave today? I think he did see you wave. Don't know that he feels totally open, but I think that it was a start. I think it's a start. I think that it may get the ball rolling. Sometimes you just need something little to get the ball rolling. All right. Any moderators in here have a question? Because I'm running out of steam quick. Bianca, Carolyn will fall in love with me in 2020. Okay, let's see. Is Carolyn falling in love in 2020? Yes, but it's going to take some time. So it looks like you may be feeling a little bit in the beginning of the year like you put in a lot of work and you got nowhere. Hang in there because it's going to pay off. All right. Are there any moderators in here? Maybe we don't have any tonight. Oh, SARS. SARS, are you still there? Do you have a question? Afia wants to know what's coming towards me in the future. You got an offer coming in for a creative project, or somebody, or it could be a Pisces comes in. Pisces comes in, or you have an offering where there's going to be a creative project that you could be working on. It also looks like you may have the opportunity to travel coming up. The Magician is here, so you can pretty much manifest anything you want in 2020. It looks like you're going to be manifesting more money and letting go of some things that hold you back. The Four of Pentacles is here, which means that you're probably going to have a little bit more financial security in 2020. Bianca, will I find a job in 2020 in the medical fields? All right, let's see. Oh my God, 3 aces. Yes, you're definitely going to get a job. Cappy, will I start a family with the partner I am with? Okay. Not until you feel financially stable and balanced. So you're going to have to feel stable and balanced in this relationship, and then you will start a family. It may not be this year. It may be like, you might have to give it a little bit more time. Okay. Any moderators have questions? Because I'm going to have to go to bed now. Valentina, will the Pisces reach out before the end of the fall? I'm not confident it's going to happen before the end of the fall. Oh, you're welcome. All right, guys, I'm going to go because I'm exhausted. But I'll be on tomorrow for the live readings, probably around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, because I have work in the morning. I don't get out until about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I'll be on tomorrow. You guys can come back tomorrow. If I didn't get to you tonight, I'll try to get to you tomorrow. And if you wanted to book a private reading, I'm usually good about getting them done within a 24-hour period. You can PayPal me and send me an email. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks to everyone. Thank you to my moderators, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.